I know what it feels like to carry rage that you just don't understand. To need something to cope with. Alcohol or weed, porn, food, just something to function. I mean, not necessarily to get high all the time or just have this constant buzz, but just to numb that voice that never shuts the fuck up. You tell yourself that you're just trying to relax, but the truth is you're trying not to feel anything. Because every time you slow down, every time the silence hits, you feel this pressure in your chest, this tightening in your jaw, this restless energy that says, get away from me before I explode. Now, you're not addicted to your coping mechanism. You're addicted to escaping the pain that you never got to express. You feel like you're protecting people from yourself, but really, you're still protecting the little boy who never got protected. The one who learned early on that being calm is going to get you hurt. That being quiet makes you a target. That being good meant being used. You know, you weren't born angry, man. You were trained to suppress everything that made you feel human. So now the only emotion that feels safe is fury. And you don't even know that it's fear in disguise. You're stuck in this loop that you can't see, but you can feel it every single day. Tight chest, short fuse, always just one little thing away from snapping. You don't understand why everything pisses you off, why you just can't relax, why every single night ends with you high, buzzed, or just completely hollow. And you don't say this out loud, but you hate the way your life feels when it gets quiet. You're angry at your job, your partner, your kids, your past, at everyone and no one. And you're exhausted from trying to hold it all together. You guys, this video is going to show you exactly why this loop continues to repeat, what it's really protecting, and how to finally break out of the loop without losing the edge that you think is keeping you alive. And I have to remind you, you're not weak. You're not broken. I know you probably don't believe me yet, but it's true. You are stuck, however. And the part of you that's keeping you there, that part thinks it's keeping you safe. That it's saving your life, literally. Now, here's what I'm going to do today, guys. I'm going to walk you through this loop. Why and how it's running behind the scenes. I mean, why is it there? And what is it costing you? And then I'm going to show you how to break it so you can finally lead yourself without having to light a joint or pour a drink or masturbate your meat until it's raw. I mean, how to really be in a relationship that you can maintain some kind of control. And it's not about calming down. It's about waking up. It's about learning how to hold your power without losing yourself in the process. Now, the loop itself, this loop starts with a trigger. And it could be anything. A look, a tone, someone interrupting you, someone needing you, and fucking boom, your body tightens up. You feel this heat rising in your chest, and you don't think anymore. You just react impulsively. You snap or you shut down or you check out. I mean, and in that moment, you think it's about whatever's happening right now. But if you were to really sit still and analyze it, it's not about now. It's about some sort of flashback from your past. Not a memory per se, like something that you're not thinking of in the moment, but a body memory, a nervous system memory that's holding on to a moment when you first lost control. When someone crossed the line, crossed a boundary of yours and you couldn't stop it. When love felt like violence and comfort felt like a trap. That's what your system is fighting. It's not fighting your wife. It's not fighting your boss. It's not fighting your kids. It's fighting something that happened in your past. And until you learn how to see it, how to name it, and then lead yourself through it, you're going to keep reliving that thing over and over and over again. And then comes the reaction. I mean, you get big, right? You puff up your chest, you get loud, or maybe you go silent. Maybe you go distant and cold. You dominate or you disappear. But either way, you don't feel safe anymore. You just feel, I don't know, not weak or maybe too weak. And that's what you've mistaken for power, being unbreakable, unfuckwithable. But let's be real, underneath all that smoke and fire is a little boy who's still hiding in the closet, waiting for someone to say, I got you. And since no one ever did, you became a storm. After the reaction, you guys, there's a brief moment of peace. I mean, either your coping mechanism kicks in, the weed hits, the drink starts to do its thing, and then the shame happens. Why do I always do this? You tell yourself that you're going to be better next time, that you're going to be more patient, more grounded, that you're going to cut back. But then the next trigger hits and the loop begins over again. And every time it repeats, a little part of you dies, not because you're broken again. Remember, you're not broken. I know it feels like it, but you're not. But what's happening is you're living out a belief that says, I'm only safe when I'm in control. I'm only loved when I sacrifice a part of myself. I'm only strong when I'm angry. And that's the lie right there. That's the trap. The truth is your nervous system is not your enemy. Your emotions are not dangerous. And your anger is not the problem. The problem is that you have never learned how to feel the fear underneath the anger without total collapse. You've never been given permission to say, I'm scared right now. I'm tired. I don't want to fight anymore. But you keep swinging. You have to. You keep burning down everything good because safety feels boring. Peace feels kind of fake. And being calm feels like a weakness. I'm here to tell you it's not. Being calm, that's your level up. Now, if you want out, this is where you start, okay? Learn to pause. Viktor Frankl says it in his book, Man's Search for Meaning. Between stimulus and response, there's a pause. And within that pause lies the power to change our life. And you don't have to pause forever, just long enough to notice there's a storm brewing. To learn to breathe before you react. To learn to listen to your body when it starts to tighten up. And ask yourself, what does this remind me of? When have I felt this way before? Because that question cracks the loop. And that question gives you a choice. And choice is where power begins. You don't need to stop being intense. You need to aim that intensity inward. You need to lead yourself. To love the little boy inside of you that never got held, who never got asked, how are you feeling? Who never got to scream or cry or collapse because he just had to survive. He had to do whatever the fuck it took to survive. And that boy built the man that you are now. But we can't let him drive the car anymore. He is tired. And he needs you. He needs a fucking adult to take the wheel. Now, real quick, guys, if this feels like it's speaking to your soul and you're done with this loop, I want you to click the link that's in the description down below and book a free call with me. You don't need to suffer privately. You don't need to figure out this alone, okay? We can walk through your story together and start pulling the thread that's keeping you stuck. And if this hits something raw inside of you guys, I want you to watch the next video that pops up right here, because the next step in this whole process is learning how to build emotional safety in your body so you can stop reacting and you can finally start leading. You can have reasons or you can have results, guys. You can produce the results that you want to see in your life, or you can keep coming up with the reasons why you're not seeing them. Reasons or results. You cannot have both. So watch the next video here. Click the link that's in the description down below. I will see you on the call. And come on, let's fucking go, okay?